Good evening, everybody. And how are we all doing? Welcome to RJH live stream on Monday, 13th of December 2021. How are we all doing? So tonight, new software, still getting used to the new software. But tonight's long-awaited live stream is all about buying ladies' motorbike gear, and Sophie should, all being well, be joining us shortly. So that's tonight's live stream. It's been out there for a few weeks, so all being well, we will get a few people watching and contributing tonight. So yes, welcome. Monday, the 13th of December 2021, live stream talking all about some top tips about buying ladies' bike gear. And Sophie, one of our instructors, will be joining us shortly. So before we commence, a big well done to Team RJH. Last week has been an interesting week. COVID is increasing again, isn't it? The new variant. We've had a test centre closed because of that. So lots of tests rescheduled, lots of frustration from instructors and people on tests. Also, well done to all of the passes that we had, CBTs. We've had Mod 1s and Mod 2s. Also, everybody up and down the country still getting in touch, letting me know how the channel has been helping them. So big well done to all of you. And keep it up. Keep up those comments. Keep those comments coming our way. Very important. We do, get motivated by that sort of thing. Also, what I would just bring to the table again is how important it is that we we welcome Google reviews. So the three schools that we have combined over 1,000 Google reviews, and please do Google RJH Manchester, RJH Wigan, RJH Northwich, and even if you're not directly one of our trainees coming through the school, you can be leaving us a review, because of the videos. So the channel helps many people, and what you can do is you can help us by leaving a Google review, and that is as a thanks for the channel. We don't have a Google review channel for the YouTube, so go on one of our sites and just mention the YouTube channel, and mention that it has helped you get to your goal, where your goal is, whether it is a CBT, whether it's Module 1 and Module 2. We have little in-house competitions, so I think I'm on the leaderboard. I think I am on the leaderboard. So anybody watching, Harry, you're there somewhere, I think. You can leave Robert a Google review over the 3 sites. Fantastic. Thank you very much. So that's that one. Google reviews are really important. Still getting used to this new software. So what else have we got? We've got, why do I ask you to subscribe to the channel? So weekly live streams, demonstrations are videoed, live footages are videoed, top tips, tutorials, and the Q&A. As with the live streams, you know, you are able to interact with instructors, and it's really, really important, and it's you know, beneficial to all of us. So please do like, comment, and subscribe. It really is. It really does motivate us. It really does motivate us to make more videos. Going forward, still getting used to the software, as I said, but you can see these little graphics coming up, which started playing around with the backdrop. I've learned a lot today about the backdrop, so we can start inviting other instructors into the live stream, and we can start having different backdrops, but for now, this week, it will be not available. But yeah, so subscribe to the channel. Over certainly then into 2022, we will be introducing and inviting other instructors into the live stream, which just makes it a little bit more interesting, and we can just help build the community further like that. So let's have a look, see what's going on in the chat room. Let's take these two away. Pretty cool, aren't they? Well, I think they are anyway. I think they're pretty cool. So let's have a look and see who we have got in the chat room for tonight. Sophie is getting herself ready, I think. So she will be joining us shortly. Remembering the topic is all about buying ladies' bike gear. And I'm sure when Sophie joins us, she'll be introducing us to how she wants to go with the live stream. Let's have a look then. Good evening, Lisa. Harry, good evening. So let's see some of those Google reviews, please, Harry. If you've not done one already, you can do them for Manchester, Wigan, and Northwich, and likewise Figgle. If you've not done any Google review drive this evening, so if you've not done any reviews, please, Northwich, Wigan, Manchester, make sure you mention Robert and the YouTube channel, please. Good evening, Sylvia. Nice of you to join us. And yeah, so Sophie is there somewhere. Is she ready to be joining us? Let me know if you need any help, Sophie. But the invitation link that you had for the last live stream should be okay for tonight. If not, I can always send you another one. So if you need another link, I can send it, not a problem. And who else we got? JKD. Good evening, JKD. You're welcome to stay on, fella. Not a problem, but thank you very much. Hey, what about me? How do you think I feel? I don't want to be left on my own to it. You could stay on, JKD. Liam, you could stay on. So yeah, I've just finished myself. So we just had so RJH have been present at the NEC in Birmingham for we've the 10 days the show has been on, but RJH have given 14 days. So I gave 4 days. Sophie gave 4, 5, 6, 7 days, and Nick gave 3 days. So in all, we did 14 days. A good mix. I've not done it before. Been to the NEC motorcycle live many years over the years, but not really aided. And I was on the test rides. I was on admin. I was on the tri rides and the admin. So a good mix. Nick was on the tri rides. Sophie was on the tri rides. Sophie was on the test rides and on the admin, and also the electric. So really found this year a big presence of electrics. And I would suspect that over the years that is going to increase drastically. So there's few good brands of electric mopeds, motorcycles coming through now. It's all very interesting, all very green, all very environmentally friendly. And it was certainly a worthwhile trip. And so we have Sophie. Good evening, Sophie, in the green room. So without further ado, because I'm waffling on a bit now, without further ado, let's see if we can get Sophie into the live stream. Good evening, Sophie.
Evening, everybody.
Hey up, you got a little friend, Sophie?
I've got a model.
Move your camera a bit, Sophie, so we can see you. You just need to move your laptop a little bit.
Oh, do I? Okay. Is that any good?
A little bit more. Hello. Who is it?
Bean.
Bean?
Yes.
Hey, Bean. Look at him. What's he going to be modelling tonight, Sophie?
All the clothes? No.
Well, no, Millie, she's a bit big to get up on my lap, so she won't be able to get on my lap. But, oh, he's a lovely little Jack Russell.
Yep, she is.
Oh, she?
Cuddly.
It's a she? Yeah. Oh, I thought it was a he.
Sorry.
Okay, so welcome to the live stream, Sophie.
Thank you.
And yeah, so what have we got tonight then? It's the live stream all about ladies' bike gear.
Oh, just got a kiss. Yes.
All about bike gear. If anybody's, I'm just still playing around with the features. There we go. I'm still playing around with the features of the live stream. So as it's not my live stream tonight, really, I've just minimized myself, so you've seen me disappear into the corner a little bit. It's all very clever. And the backdrops, I've not able to be done anything with it, but I've ordered something for the backdrop, so I'm looking forward to being able to change the backdrops, but that'll have to be for another time. So tonight, the backdrops will have to be as they are.
Okay.
So, yeah, so Sophie, what we've got then is a live stream, which has been long awaited. So you've been very good in volunteering to do this, and hopefully there'll be lots of benefits now to people watching, but also anybody that plays it back, particularly the girls. Yeah. So it's probably, I suppose, wise, isn't it, if we get you to introduce yourself, and you know, because you could get any girl behind the screen talking about bike gear, but you know, I suppose it'd be worth mentioning about you, because you've got quite a lot of experience, haven't you? So, yeah, you want to tell everybody about yourself?
Sure. So, been riding since I was 6, and always been interested in fashion. Yeah, 6.
So about what, 10 years?
23 years. I'll date myself.
23 years riding. Oh.
Yep. And yeah, I've continuously ridden. Got a Vespa at 16, and on the road ever since then. So been through a fair amount of bike gear. Had some that's lasted a long time as well. And most of all, I've always been interested in fashion. I'm very artistic, creative. So I've also done a degree in design. So have a bit of a creative eye for, you know, what works and so on as well.
Where does that sort of come into what the sort of, does that affect what bikes you go for, do you think, or does it affect, what sort of thing does it affect with your biking, having a creative?
I think as women, we like to look fairly, you know, ourselves on the bike, so we don't want to be wearing men's gear, and
no,
we want to feel feminine if we're feminine, or you know, feel ourselves. So
okay.
Yeah, it's finding the right manufacturers that consider these things.
So yeah, so 23 years riding experience. That's quite a lot, isn't it? You nearly catch up with me, Sophie.
50, isn't it?
Next
50
year.
Years.
Well, next year I will have. When I first got on a motorcycle was 50 years ago. Next year, and I know you said it before that I don't look it, because I don't even look 50. So, but that is how it is. So next year for me is 50 years. But we're not talking about me tonight. It's all about ladies stuff. So I suppose in 23 years, then you've probably had times where you struggle to find stuff for yourself, and maybe you still do. I don't know, but anyway, yeah.
Personally, I don't like all the frilly, flowery stuff, and it used to be in the past that it was mainly men's gear that was made slightly smaller, same shape, with a few flowers stuck on there just to make it girly. But it has moved on a bit.
And so pink stuff I've seen in ladies' departments. Pink and sort of sky blue stuff, which isn't practical, is it, I suppose? Well, not for you if you're every day on a bike. Maybe if you're just on a summer day.
I mean, some people do like the pink, but personally I prefer to, you know, have a feminine shape, but a bit more, you know, my style, which I don't go around wearing hot pink all the time. So yeah. So yeah, since then though, that is in the past. There are still some manufacturers that do that, but it's becoming, there are more women bikers now, aren't there?
There's a lot more lady bikers. Yeah.
And
a lot more.
I think they're catering for women more. There are some new makes, or you know, new designers. Yeah. So yeah,
good.
I found some good ones.
Good. Okay.
Share with you all.
So that's a little bit of an intro about you and Bean. Is it Bean?
Yes, Bean wants to get out.
We mustn't forget Bean. So that's a little bit about you. Let me see what I've got up here. So Sophie has sort of mentioned prior of what products and things that she would like to have a chat about. Should we just have a look? Excuse me. Should we just have a look in the chat room a minute? Because there's been quite a lot before. Don't know whether you can see the chat room, Sophie. I can actually, I believe.
I can. It's on the right up here, actually. I don't.
Yeah, so I can actually put the chat room on the bottom.
I've got it on the side here as well. So Cassie's saying it's like Eurovision. Why is it like Eurovision?
Who said that?
Cassie.
Oh, Cassie.
Oh, Casey. Sorry,
Casey.
I'm saying
No,
that
it is Cassie.
Casey.
Now,
Cassie.
do you know something? If Cassie's listening now, Cassie came to us and I introduced her to motorcycling. It was me that got Cassie on a taster. So I was the first time Cassie was on the motorbike. I think that's correct. Cassie was with me. So Cassie has got me to. I was the one that the master, and then I think it was Sylvia and Graham. Hiya, Cassie.
Right.
And Cassie's a big fan. You know, Cassie lives on a boat.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean motorbikes and boats.
Cassie, I want to know how you do the biking, where you put your bike, because I considered that, but yeah, I couldn't figure out where to put my motorbikes. So let me know the trick.
Cassie, love it. Yeah, Rob. Yeah, Cassie rocks. Sylvia. Yeah. Okay. So what I've got here then, Sophie. But if it goes on a slightly different angle, it's not a problem, I suppose. But you've mentioned first of all something that we're quite passionate about as well. Which, if somebody is watching from them. From there, then they can pay me some commission. But for probably the best selection of, whenever we mention bike gear for any of our trainees, and I'm talking across the board, men's and girls and boys, but we always recommend J&S because we've got the bike school on J&S at Northwich. And J&S have got 30 stores nationwide. So it's the biggest bike clothing retailer that I know of. And fantastic website, J&S, go on their website. But it's interesting because you've mentioned also in the email that you've put to me about the bits and bobs you want to cover is about J&S. So I'm suspecting that a lot of what you want to discuss tonight would be available at J&S, because I think a lot of girls that I've spoke to say, well, where do I go?
Yeah, it's good there because you can try it all on.
Try it all on.
Otherwise, it's online or and they've got a huge selection. Huge. Yeah. It's getting bigger, the women's area. The women's section.
Is it?
It is getting bigger there, yeah.
Okay, good.
Right,
so then, shall I shut up then and let you get on with it?
I can do. Okay, so...
If you need me to, yeah.
I did a bit of a survey, actually, because I'm not the only person who struggles with this, and we're all different shapes and sizes.
Oh, before you go on, so can everybody hear us okay? Because we had a problem last time with the sound, didn't we? So can somebody just, a couple of yeses, the sound's okay? Does the sound need to come up?
It's good. And JKD, you can stay. We might be giving some hints and tips on biking gear in general as well as women's.
So the sound's okay, everyone? I've had a little play, and I've got here on the settings is a use echo cancellation. Can hear great, Lisa, yeah? Right, good. Think we'll go with that then, Soph.
Okay, great. Okay, so in the survey, so for me, women's gear, yeah, it's been nice shape, but not too frilly. Other people say mostly fitting. The way the gear fits is tricky. So
Ladies think the bike gear fits tricky.
Yeah. So the shape of a woman's shape, we're all quite different. So different arm lengths and trouser lengths and all that. So
Okay.
I'd say it's just like your helmets, really. With your helmets, you find they're all different shapes and sizes for different makes, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
So at J&S, they've got Alpine Star, Rucker, Dainese, Hein Gerrick. They've got some of the old Hein Gerrick stuff.
Yeah.
And they're all good shapes. In fact, I've got a Hein Gerrick jacket and trousers, which are a great shape, that are 15 years old, probably 16 years old, still going strong.
Are you modelling those for us tonight, Soph?
I can do. Bear with me. I might have some echo now.
Or the jacket anyway. You could model the jacket, couldn't you?
It's got quite a few flies on this one.
Oh, flies.
Yeah. It's really old and it's still going strong.
But this is from Hein Gerrick.
Hein Gerrick from when I was 16. I got this from a Vespa. Matching trousers too.
And what's that made of, Soph?
This is a leather one.
Leather.
Yeah, leather's good for lasting a long time, isn't it? It's not practical for all sorts of weather, but it is good for lasting.
Very good. Do you know, Sophie, we've got something in common, by the way.
What's that?
Well, if I got one of my jackets from when I was 16, it fits me as well.
Wow, that's good going, Rob. I don't know if I believe you, but
I don't think I've got. I wouldn't be able to find one from 16. It's good you've kept it. And that's a matching trousers.
I still use it.
Brilliant.
But what I would say, actually, the armour's come along a lot more nowadays, hasn't it? This armour in the knees especially, it really hurts after a while. It's really stiff.
Right, very good.
But it's you can get much better armour. No, apparently that's really soft.
Well, if it's 10, what is it, 10 years, 13 years, it's come on a long way, hasn't it?
And also you haven't really got the hip protectors, which for women I'd say is really important.
Yeah.
The hips stick out a lot.
Yep.
And I have had an incident where, I didn't have protection, and it makes such a difference. So, the old ones don't have that, but leather lasts a lifetime, doesn't it? And Hein Gerrick shapes a real nice cut for a woman's figure.
Are they still making Hein Gerrick then, Sophie? Because I thought they'd all closed.
I know J&S is selling it.
Still sell it. The shops closed, didn't they? I think all the shops closed.
Yeah, the shop. Yeah. So, my next favourite, which Hein Gerrick J&S sell a little bit of, but not much, is Revit. If you've got kind of a budget, you're not looking to spend on Rucker, which is a couple £1,000 for a whole suit. Revit. So, that's what I've been using recently for work, for instructing, for touring. So it's nice and waterproof.
And that's a textile one.
The textile one. It's a bit more practical for work and wet weather and the cold. And it's got like a duvet inside, a waterproof layer inside, and then this outer layer. And it has lots of vents. It's really flexible for different times of year. and I stayed dry, riding 3.5 hours. I think I've done in the rain, and I'm still dry.
Very good.
In the new trousers, in the old trousers, the seal went, but yeah, in the new ones, because it always gets you in the crotch first, doesn't it? Well,
that's a two-piece suit.
Two-piece suit, and it's yeah,
very good.
pretty good. You can wash it.
Revit.
So it's a couple £100 for the trousers and about the same for the jacket.
So you've got quite a collection there, Sophie, haven't you?
Oh. Hip protectors in these. Nice warm linings. Very waterproof. That's about it. And good shape. That's the main thing.
And can you put the trousers, zip the trousers into the jacket still? It's got a zip in there.
You can, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, good stuff.
And you've got kind of expansion here because different women have different sized hips, and yeah, it's just cut really well. It's quite it makes you feel good, makes you feel feminine. Yet you're not wearing pink flowers.
Yep, and you can get those from J&S.
I got the trousers from J&S.
Yeah.
You can also get them online from Revit.
You can, yeah.
They don't have that selection at J&S.
Okay.
I've been yeah, so Revit. Also, Motogirl is really, really popular for women for all sorts of shapes and sizes.
Motogirl.
Motogirl.
Where can you buy them from?
And they do plus sizes, which I've heard a lot of women say they struggle to find.
Right.
They're online.
Yep.
Motogirl.
Is that a Motogirl?
Yeah, I treated myself to a yellow jacket from them.
And that's a bike jacket?
Yeah, so this I only wear on days out in the summer. But you know what? We always say on the CBTs, Rob, about bright and being seen, don't we?
Yes, we do.
You have to wear high vis for that. You can wear something. Need a tan for it, obviously. Need a tan like Rob's got. This colour.
I don't feel I've got one now. It's going with this flipping weather. This weather is shocking. Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, nice shapes.
Turn around. Turn around. It's got like a. What's that at the back? You can zip it down.
Yeah, you can.
Very good.
Good shape. And then a lot of people get these leggings on there. You can get Motogirl leggings. And they're really stretchy, so whatever shape you are, they fit.
And would they zip into the jacket you've got on?
You have to sew it in, yeah. There's a zip on the back.
There's a question from Leanne for you, Sophie. A blonde question.
Leanne, where's your question? Blonde question, but can you mix and match textile suits? There's a Revit jacket I like and a re-shirt, but I want the
Oliver Arsons.
Wish pants. You can't. Usually they come with a zip, don't they, Rob?
Well, in men's, it's normally a zip which are generally multi-brand usable. So multi-brand usable and multi-material usable, but it'd be worth checking before, because some zips go all the way round, don't they? And other zips just go at the back. So it's worth most men's are multi-brand usable. So I would suspect that's the same with ladies.
One of them will come with a zip that you can sew onto the other as well. If the zip's compatible with each other.
Yeah. Does that help you out, Leanne?
Yeah, sometimes, Leanne, I wear my leather trousers with my textile jacket.
Yeah.
That works. Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Also, we got, this is my favourite. Got this summer, Rob. Have you got one of these yet?
What is it?
A mesh A mesh jacket.
A mesh jacket. Still got the body armour, and I've not got one, no.
I'll show you now. Made a mess here. I've got clothes everywhere. Just put it away.
Now, Cassie has mentioned she wants to buy a pair of Motogirl dungarees, but they're out of stock unless you're size 22.
They are popular, aren't they? Motogirl. They
Is
go
that?
out of stock off.
Yeah. So get on the list. So this is
my mesh jacket. Knox is the make.
Ah, Knox.
Makes you look like you've got muscles.
Not good. Do that again. Have you been to the gym, Sophie?
Well, I have, but not that much.
Need to slow down.
So yeah, this is great because what I like about this is even in the winter you could wear something else over it.
Yeah.
So, you know, you could wear the mesh, which has all the armour. So I've got shoulder, back.
But if it was really hot, then you could wear that in the summer.
Yep, for CBTs I was wearing this on its own.
Right.
It's really hot, yeah.
And that's a Knox mesh jacket. I've not got one, no. I think I need to lose a bit of weight before I get one. Get rid of my belly.
They're great. So it feels like you've just got a t-shirt on.
Mm.
It's so cool.
Very good.
Nice.
Very good. I know J&S sell Knox as well.
Yep, that's good. So also, and what I tend to do as well is I found a vintage jacket, you know, Harley or whatever, and I put that over the top because that's not got any padding in.
Okay.
But you can do that in the summer.
Yeah. Very good. So yeah.
And then there's another one which a lot of people seem to like, get compliments on. Wax jacket.
Who makes that one?
This one's by Merlin. And it's got a belt, so it kind of ties in at the waist if you want to feel a bit more feminine, but it's obviously not all pink and flowery, it's just kind of...
Reminds me of a wax jacket of something like the Barbers or the Bell staff. So do you have to treat it?
Probably, but I don't.
You've not done it yet, no?
Not done it yet. It's not that warm.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be a nice alternative to the synthetic stuff, but it's still more of a summery spring or autumn jacket than a winter.
Yeah.
You can fit loads under it still, like you can with synthetic, that's good.
I've just had a message back from the Female Riders UK site. You know the female riders that you mentioned? You know, you mentioned, you showed me that picture of the girl on a taster that you were doing in at the Tri-Ride. Well, that picture was taken off of a video that I did. You know our video? So that picture was off of the video that I did, yeah. And when you mentioned it, I thought, oh, I didn't think of it at the time, but I recognised the picture and it was one of ours. But I've got in touch with them today and I asked them to share the link for this, and she shared it. So
how many viewers have we got?
Well, we've had up to 12, but she's only just shared it. She must have only picked it up 15 minutes ago. So we might find a few of those come on. Yeah, the Female Riders UK.
Yeah, so I usually wear this one with a hoodie underneath, like a furry hoodie. This is good. So
that looks very trendy, that one.
Yeah, a lot of people like this.
Yeah, I like. Is it, what colour is it? Brown?
Yeah, it's brown. It's alright. It's good.
It's got all the body armour in.
All the body armour, back, shoulders, elbows. that's it. So yeah.
And that's made by Merlin.
Merlin, yeah, and you can fit. So it's practical for fitting things underneath. You can layer up, but it's not that warm.
Right.
The textiles are still warmer for a long trip, but this is good for like half hour in the autumn or spring.
And good in the rain, I would think.
Yeah, as long as you keep it waxed.
Yeah.
Pretty good in the rain for just a little drizzly shower.
Yeah.
It's all right, yeah.
Good. Yeah, well done.
So that's jackets and trousers. So obviously you've got lots of jeans as well. I tend to prefer the women's jeans. Knox jeans. But to be honest, some of this I buy second hand online, so it's not
You know, Sophie, when they say, "Oh, ladies," with shoes and stuff like that, have a lot of shoes, don't you, and stuff like that. You got a lot of bike gear.
I know, I just get rid of all the other gear now because I've not got a car, so I can never wear it.
You've got a lot of bike gear. You've got more bike gear than me. I don't have that much. Honestly, and I've been riding bikes all my life.
Yeah, I like shopping.
Are you a bit of a hoarder?
No, no, I'm not a hoarder. But I do have a big wardrobe, so.
A big bike wardrobe.
Yeah.
Blimey.
And then there's boots as well. Boots and shoes we need to talk about. So I actually buy men's.
You buy men's what?
Men's
boots
and shoes.
Do you?
Yep. Yeah, because they make them in our size. So why not?
Okay.
Instead of the pink stuff. But a lot of people struggle with height as well. And there are some boots called, I'm sure you've all heard of. Where are they? Some heeled boots. Oh, what are they called? The Daytona Lady Star boots, which a lot of my friends talk very highly of. So they add a good, I think it's 4 inches to your height.
Yeah. I've just put a picture of them on there. I don't know if you've got it yet. It depends on the live stream. Just put a picture because I've got Daytona All Stars, I think it is, GTXs. Exactly the same. Yeah, fantastic boots.
Right. Yeah, they're pricey, aren't they? They're about £350.
Yeah, they're not the cheapest, but Gore-Tex and all that sort of stuff. So, yes, there's a picture there. So, and J&S sell those as well, I know.
Yep, they definitely do. Yeah, they have a good size women's selection now, and it's mostly men's that they do. They're starting to do a lot of the men's and the women's sizes, so you can get things that look, quite normal shoes, not just bright pink.
Yeah. Very good.
So what are your hints and tips, Rob, for just in general for what to wear in different weather and so on?
Well, number one for me has got to be comfort. And not sort of worrying too much about what somebody else looks like in it, because you're not necessarily going to look like that yourself in it, because we're all different, aren't we? So what one suits one doesn't suit another, so got to be comfort. For me, it's comfort. And if I'm not comfy, then my head's not going to be with it. So my top tip would be to shop about and try on as much as you can.
And I've heard some good advice on trying it on and then getting on the bike as well, because it moves, doesn't it? Like your knee pads can move. And also if, say, the crotch is a bit too low, then you lost a couple of inches in height then as well.
Absolutely. So I've got some RST jeans which I bought last year, I think. But I've got two pairs. Whether it's me and an age thing, but I've got two pairs in two different sizes. So on a good day, I can wear the smaller one, and on a bad day, I would put the bigger one on. It depends.
Depending on how many pies.
Yeah, depending on how many pies I had. So
That's good.
and I think one thing I noticed as well is that, I mean, I'm sure that it's the same with the girls, is that, I mean, my jackets, I mean, extra large. Well, you know, and they fit because they're all small to size. That's what I find. Apart from feet are pretty standard, and gloves, but jackets and trousers, I find them very, very small to size.
Yeah, it's not worth thinking. A lot of us women are like, no, I've got to fit in this size, but it doesn't matter. No one looks at your label. Just get the one that fits, is comfortable, and it fits you right, and you'll look better with the right size.
Yeah, but the guys are the same. The guys are the same. I mean, if a guy goes into a bike shop, clothing shop, yeah, and goes in, and there's a young lady there doing this selling stuff and everything, and then you say to him, "Oh, have you got a pair of these?" Yeah, well, what size? A guy's not going to say to her 3 sizes bigger than what he normally is he?
Yep. Yeah.
So. You know, you kid yourself. So you think, well, yeah, I'm a 34. Yeah, well, yeah, I might be a pair of 30. I might be a 34 in a pair of Levi's, but I'm not a 34 in a pair of bike trousers. I need a 38. Yeah. So
I'm the same. Yeah, they're strange sizes with the.
They are strange.
Same with the boots. Actually, I'm a 41 or 40 in the boots, and I'm a 39 in that Spada, but you know, they're all different makes as well.
That's it, and all brands have different fits, don't they? So yeah, so for me, number 1 is comfort, and number 2, trying stuff on, I suppose. Buying off the internet's great, but you know, fit, and that's where J&S is good because they got the 30 stores. But I mean, comfort. So if it's 2 or 3 sizes bigger than what you'd normally think you'd normally wear on a fashion clothing or day-to-day clothing, it's no big deal. As you say, nobody's going to see the size. You can cut the bleeding size out of it if you want to, can't you?
And I've got a Revit jacket in my normal size, and then I've got one that's a size bigger for the CBTs, and then I can fit lots of layers underneath. And it's good having not all more pies, you know.
All more pies. By the way, did you taste any pies at the NEC?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
no, I brought packed lunch. The pies.
Yeah, you did.
Each.
Yeah, you did. the pies there were very nice, but I only had one.
Right. That sounds good. Oh, I know. I smelt them. I know what you mean now in the cafe. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they were quite nice, but to allow plenty of room for pies.
Oh, have you seen this, Rob? Leanne did her CBT with me.
Leanne.
Where is she? Sylvia spotted Leanne and asked her where she's up to.
Leanne Fryer. I think I remember when she booked in. I think it was Sophie. They did a CBT in Northwich.
Yep, it was Northwich. Yeah.
Oh, Leanne's the girl that asked the question about the blonde question. Yeah. And she's got her beginner's course March next year.
That's exciting.
So maybe, if you get yourself qualified by March, and you can't you?
Yep. Yeah, that's the plan. So I might be with.
Have you sent off that application form yet, Sophie? Is it still on the site?
It's right here.
Well, what you need to do is give it to Bean. So get Bean on it. Give it to Bean and get Bean to run down to the post box with it.
I just need to do this bottom section
What's
on the
stopping
next
you?
page.
What's stopping you?
It's just time. Time. I'll do it. So.
I had some posts down. I had some posts downstairs. It was all wrapped up and everything. I had stamps on it and everything, but it must have been there for a week because nobody was going out or any. You know, I can walk round to the post box in 20 minutes, but it was there for a week.
Or it's getting the stamps, or just filling in the form would be a start.
That would be a start, yes.
Yeah.
So without that, you can't do anything, I'm afraid.
No, I will. I'll get a cancellation. I'll get a CBT assessment in January. DAS before March. That's the plan.
Come on then, Sophie.
We'll
get
see.
It sorted. Get it sorted.
So what's everyone saying on here then? Oh, Cassie says you can't fit many clothes on a boat. I don't think the boat's going to work for me.
Well, hold on. After spending 4 days with Sophie this week, let me tell you, Cassie, anything is possible. Right? And I wish I took a bleeding photograph of it, but I didn't. Wasn't quick enough, you see. I could have used that photograph tonight. So, Cassie, do you know that Sophie has kept her bike this last 4 days in the flipping conservatory? It was virtually in the kitchen. So you can get as much bike gear as you want on that boat. Do not kid yourself. Anything is possible.
Cassie, I'll just have bike gear. Nothing else. I'll sell the rest. Could do that, couldn't I?
We have had. There was another young lady that lived on a barge boat. I'll think of her name in a minute. She also had a dog. She had a little pug called Eric. And every time that the girl came to do her training, I can't think of her name. Thought Eric would have prompted me to remember. Every time she came and did her training, she brought Eric, and Eric stayed in the office in his little basket, good as gold, no trouble at all. Whilst the girl did her Faye, her name was Faye, and she lived on a boat, a barge boat. Must be quite popular living on a barge boat, and she's got the old Triumph, one of the retro Triumphs. But I think they have facilities to keep your bikes on garages or something on the. So
that's good.
If anything's possible.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Leanne says she's with Sylvia. You'll have a laugh, you two.
Learning with Sylvia. Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be good.
Sylvia will sort her out.
Cassie likes the muscle jacket. It was like that guy at the NEC show in the Deadpool outfit. Did you see him, Rob?
No.
I've not seen the movie. But yeah, there's a stand for these electric bikes and he wears the Deadpool outfit. I mean, it looks muscly, but it's just
Who's the actor that did that? It's
I don't
just bought Wrexham Football Club, hasn't he?
All right.
Two of them bought Wrexham Football Club. The famous Ryan. Can't think of him. Yeah, he's Deadpool.
Apparently, this guy's the stunt double.
Is he?
Next year, if you go, yeah. Apparently, he's a stunt double.
Right. Very good. Very good.
Oh, Cassie's got a Risha wax jacket. Very nice. You've not treated yours either. I don't know how to do
I've seen that. Looks nice. That it's good. Wax jacket. Yeah. And I think
they've got those in JNS.
Yeah, I think that's just in case she falls off the boat into the canal, which might be highly likely after going home after a Friday night.
Oh, Leanne says she's going to be. So Leanne's husband's bought a street twin, and they're going to be fighting over it once she's passed. But he's going to get. Yeah, he's going to get an adventure bike, isn't he? Yeah. Oh, Leanne, I was riding a very similar bike around the off-road, the Triumph Scrambler 900. Very nice. Looks pretty similar to the Street Twin.
But you did more than that, Sophie. Come on, tell everybody.
What did I do? Well, quite. I think I've rode that one 3 times around that track. I like that the most.
So, Sophie was there, the adventure bike experience. So at the NEC, there was an area at the show which was full of mud and hills and off-roady type of stuff indoors, wasn't it? Quite, yeah, it was good. Well, Sophie was there. It was reported to be that they had one customer that was the best customer there every day, and that customer was Sophie. And Sophie went every day on a different bike every day and got the lap record, didn't you, Sophie?
I did get told to slow down at one stage.
Did you? Who told you to slow down?
Yeah, I felt like a naughty school kid one of the days.
Sophie.
Yeah, I tried, first of all, the Scrambler 900. Then I went on the Africa Twin. Then I went on the Himalayan, which I've got myself. I went on the... what else did I try? Oh, the 1200 Scrambler. I think that's it. And then, yeah, my favourite was definitely the Scrambler, the 900 Scrambler, which I didn't expect to be good off-road, but it's really good. Great
Stuff. Right, the Deadpool movie is fab, Sylvia says, and it was Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds. He's also, I think it's Ryan Reynolds, has just bought a share of Wrexham Football Club with somebody else from America.
Cool. So, JKD's jealous of the clothing. See, JKD, it was worth staying. We've inspired you to do some shopping.
JKD. Liam.
No hard braking in the smaller pair. Pair of boots or smaller pair? Don't want to know. Yep, Cassie getting a bigger set of clothes for layering up. And the ladies' sizes being horrendous. Yep, it's so much easier going to J&S and just trying them all on. You end up sending a lot back.
Cassie.
Oh, yeah.
You got that? Okay. Cassie came to the NEC, but she couldn't find us. She wasn't looking hard enough. Hall number 2, Cassie, was the tri-ride, and I think it was hall number 1 was the taste, the test rides. But it was definitely smaller this year than previous years. I think there was a hall missing. So normally the 4 halls, there were only 3, and it was a lot more spread out. But it's quality and not quantity.
And the electric zone, electrify your ride. Yep, we did that.
Sophie enjoyed that, didn't you, Sophie?
Got to create some interest riding around, honing my skills.
Honing your skills.
Yeah. I was getting taught some Gymkhana tricks by another instructor.
Gymkhana tricks. I had a conversation with him, and I think what I'm going to do is get him to come up and spend a morning or a day, depending on how many I can get in. But I think all of us instructors are going to have a go at it all first and see if it is something that we would all think about rolling out. Because again, it could be interesting, couldn't it? Because nobody else doing it, is there?
Yep, I've been looking at Gymkhana for a while, thinking it's hard to find anywhere. I travelled all the way to Stoke one day and it wasn't even on. It didn't even happen.
Who was doing that?
I don't know, but it was it was on Facebook, and it was something to do with lockdowns, and I hadn't seen that it had been cancelled, but I'd been searching, and I think there was only other things. The other ones were kind of in London and too far away. So
I think, well, could be onto something. I don't know, but I think those Z650s would do the trick, wouldn't they? I can't see somebody on a big, well, want to do it on their GS 1200 or big 1000cc sports bike. I think maybe
not a sports bike, maybe a tourer. They're kind of manoeuvrable, but not a sports bike.
But maybe one of the school 650 to start with the bars and everything on, just in case they go over. I suppose, I don't know. But
well, yeah. On the ones that I was looking at, people just brought their own bikes, so that'd be amazing if people could borrow the bikes, and I'm sure
come up with something. Come up with something.
Yeah. Oh, Sylvia did the off-roading too. Yes, Sylvia said she had good fun. She went on the Honda 350.
But I heard she couldn't keep up with yourself.
Who told you that?
That's what I heard.
A little bit.
Was that true?
I don't know. I wasn't looking. I was too busy having fun.
Was she behind you or of you?
I don't remember. I'm not sure. It's not a race.
It's not a race.
It's participation.
It's not a race. Counts. I'm teasing.
JKD says it was in reference to Rob's smaller jeans. I'll let you two talk about that.
What's up with me for smaller jeans, Liam?
Something to do with going slower in them or something.
When you get to my age, Liam, you'll know what I mean about having 2 sizes jeans for the waistline.
Leanne says women's gear was lacking at the NEC. Yeah, Leanne, I can think for women, it's like men find it like this in general for shopping in shops. There's not as much men's wear as women's, and then in the biking world, there's not as much women's as men's. Yeah, I didn't have a look around the NEC for gear.
I don't think there was much gear, was there? I don't think there was. Infinity was there, selling bike gear, but I mean, in the years gone past, there had a lot more stands, but it was mainly. Well, there were smaller ones, you know, like the Gerbing you saw, the heated stuff, little sort of brands, but a clothing, helmet, jacket, gloves, boots, and all the whole lot. There wasn't. I didn't sort of see much of that.
No,
but
that's true. Mostly bikes, lots of very nice bikes. Yeah,
I think the new models of bikes and the electric. I mean, two years ago, none of the the electrics were virtually non-existent. So I think if you want the bike gear, you've got to go to the shops, haven't you?
Yeah. JKD, is that Liam?
Yes, it's Liam from Stoke-on-Trent.
Liam says no hard braking in smaller jeans, Rob.
I don't brake hard, Liam. I don't brake hard because I've learnt my lesson.
So what else have we got to say about women's gear then? I've got some notes.
What about, yeah, I mean, you mentioned Alpine Stars was another brand. You mentioned Rucker then, didn't you? So, I mean...
You need to tell us about that. You've tested that one, haven't you?
Okay, so if I tell you this then. I've got a Rucker suit. My latest Rucker suit, which is laminated Gore-Tex, and it's absolutely fantastic. And it's got, I mean, I don't know what I've got a review on it on the channel, but It's got a lining inside which doesn't attach to the lining. It's like a separate jacket, and I can wear it on its own. It's like a downfield jacket. It's quite trendy.
I've seen that.
Yeah,
Nice,
and I've got trousers in the same material, although you wouldn't wear the trousers on their own because they'd be like jogging pants, shiny jogging pants like from out the 70s, you know. But the jacket is quite comfortable to wear on its own. It's not a problem. But the Gore-Tex, laminated Gore-Tex from Rucker, my latest one, and it cost me £2,200, which is an astronomical amount of money. But if I tell you that, and I've had some Rucker stuff before, that is the first Rucker suit that I've ever bought brand new.
Oh, right. So, yeah, you can get them online. They're
Yep.
still a few £100s, aren't they? Second hand. Yeah.
Yep, so I've had second-hand Rucker. So any Rucker that I've wore before my latest one, and I've still got some, got trousers and jackets Rucker, and my they're certainly not in. Are you indoors now? So all my bike gear wouldn't be indoors like that because it'd stink the bleeding house out. So mine's in the so tucked away. But I could tell you a little story about something, but I might get a few comments.
Tell us about your helmet.
Yeah, well, in a minute. I might go down the wrong path, but anyway. But the Rucker, remind me, and I'll talk to you about my safety lid in a minute, Sophie.
Okay.
But my Rucker, it is absolutely fantastic. And, you know, when you go back to that thing about comfort, for me, I need to be comfortable on the bike in what I wear, not in how it would perform if I needed it, but in the fit and the quality and everything, for me to then forget about that and concentrate on my riding. Because if I'm wearing something I'm not comfortable with and not 100% with it, then I'm thinking about that and not thinking about riding. But Gore-Tex, laminated Gore-Tex from Rucker. Now, Klim do them, Reacher do them, Oxford do them. There's lots of different ones out there, but Rucker is a premium brand, and I absolutely love mine. It's a premium brand, and as it is now, I wouldn't buy anything else again, I don't think. But times are changing all the time, aren't they? So yeah,
I didn't think that so I've had some second-hand Revit trousers that let the water in, because that is where it comes in first, isn't it?
yeah,
And I started wearing waterproof trousers underneath, which helped. But then I got the £200 new, or £189.99 Revit brand new trousers, and they are waterproof. So
right.
I'm pretty impressed with them.
So what's that in that bag?
Yeah,
Sophie?
at one stage I was thinking I'll have to get Rucker.
Yeah. What's that bag you've got there?
Oh, so this is just from an outdoors shop.
And they go over the top of your trousers?
No, I put them underneath.
You put those underneath?
Which is how they work. Underneath the trousers. These are Trespass, waterproof, breathable trousers.
So what do they go on?
And so that's the way that so instead of on the outside where they end up feeling a bit tight and you know, they're not very maneuverable, if you wear them underneath your trousers, it's like a barrier to your underlayers. Yeah,
so
underlayers, that's how they actually work on the Revit. They put the waterproof layer underneath. It just seems to be more comfortable. Otherwise, you feel like you're stuffed. I don't know. You just can't move, can you? If everything's on the outside.
Yeah. Good.
That's my top tip.
Good. We've got Ashley Motorbiker Vlogs. Even and Ashley, we helped him do his CBT 5 days ago. He's a follower. Well done. JKD wants to know about the safety helmet. He'll keep the track clean. Cassie. Yeah, so there was a few years ago now, but anyway, we suddenly Lisa discovered a smell in the house, and the only thing I could describe this smell as is when I was growing up at my first job in an old building. It was an old shop, old building. Certain times of the year, especially when the heating came on in the autumn and they started getting the radiators on in this big building, lots of different rooms, and then a smell would appear. And you look, there's nothing around, smell. Anyway, we found out this smell happened most years in the winter, and it was where a dead rat had, found a little somewhere under the floorboard and just decided to die there. And so this dead rat would obviously eventually start to smell the old bloody place out for weeks. Anyway, so, and that's the only thing I can describe it as. And we started getting this smell at home, and Lisa was moaning about this smell in the house, and she couldn't work out what the smell was. It was going around the bloody house, in the kitchen, and in the lounge, and all over the bed. Anyway, this bleeding smell. And anyway, I couldn't smell it, could I? I couldn't smell it. And anyway, eventually we found out what the smell was.
So you didn't notice the smell?
No.
But everyone else did?
Yeah. So I had to go and buy a new safety helmet anyway. The safety lid. It was my lid. You know what they're like in the winter when it's particularly in the rain, and of course it all starts to get a bit whiffy.
Well, a friend was like asking me if they could try on my helmet the other day, and I was sniffing it. Thanks to your story, thinking I better check this.
Give it the sniff. Give it the sniff test.
Sniff test. And I've bought now. I would never have thought of this if it weren't for you, Rob. A can of this helmet cleaner. It's a foam. You put it inside, and it does its magic. Yeah,
makes it so you'd be quite happy to let somebody else wear your lid or try it on. That's good. So keep that conversation clean, Liam.
Ashley says he said hi to someone from you, Rob.
So Ashley got in touch a few weeks ago and wanted to know. He was doing his CBT in Nottingham, and so I said, "You're doing it with Russ at Roadcraft. How do you know?" I said, "Well, I know Russ in Roadcraft. Within the industry. I've never met him, but I've known him for 20 years." And I said, "You'll be looked after." And so he's obviously mentioned me to them, and they still know me. Very good. So Ashley is from Nottingham.
I watched some of their videos.
Got a good chance.
Leanne, I think the Rucker women's is in the women's department. Maybe try looking in the women's department next to the full pieces of the full onesies, I call them, the leather onesies. Next to that, the women's Rucker jackets, I've seen them there. So maybe you'll find them next time.
Yeah. So Leanne, you need to speak to Adrian, Leanne. So speak to Adrian at JNS, and if he's not got it in, he can always get it in.
Yep, I wouldn't mind a Rucker jacket myself.
Well, you know what you need to do then, Sophie, don't you?
What's that?
Get qualified.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
I will be as soon as I possibly can.
And then we can get that sorted, yeah?
Yep.
So, what about jackets and trousers? And that's a bit of an overview, isn't it? Which is really good. Thank you, Sophie. What about then gloves?
Gloves and
they've got boots. You mentioned boots, didn't you?
Boots. I'll show you mine. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's have a look at your boots.
So I bought. There's one pair of boots that I like so much that I bought two of the same boot. The idea was that one was to get dirty and one was not, but now they're both dirty. But anyway.
Yeah, that's a trouble, isn't it?
Which is the dirty one? That's the really old one, and that's the...
So what are they made? Who makes them?
Spada.
Spada.
They're really waterproof.
Yeah.
I quite like the style. They're kind of almost Doc Martin style.
Yeah.
And yeah, they go with any kind of bike. So they go with a Harley or a Street Fighter or a adventure bike, really. And they're men's, but they've started making even smaller ones and put them in the women's section now.
Right.
So you can get them in brown or black, and they're just, yeah, they're just really comfy as well. Quite warm.
Got to be comfortable.
They're good.
Got to be comfortable.
Yeah. And I've been running around in these after you guys on your CBTs, and I'm finding them. So
good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, Cassie. Yeah, thanks for coming on, Cassie. Cassie is going.
I tried to get. Oh, bye, Cassie. Nice to meet you. I tried to get some Alpine Star trainers like Rob's, but they didn't have any women's sizes. So I got the TCX fakes.
How do you remember the make and model?
The make and model of these?
Yeah, how do you remember? Like,
you can Google it.
You just mentioned that I bought. I can't even tell you what model I've got the Alpine Star J6 or something. Is it?
Oh, I don't know. They're nice though. They're nice.
They are. Well, those look very much the same, don't they? They look very similar.
Pretty similar. Yeah, it was a really hot day, and I was just like, I'm not waiting to order in Alpine Stars. I need them now, so I got these.
And what make are they? TCN.
They're not very waterproof. The water gets in the laces, but
yeah.
And these are
TCX. TCX. They look right.
Yeah. And then I've got my old city boots as well, which have seen better days now. Don't really use them. But they're very protective, aren't they, with the shin protection and.
It's a great brand, City.
I love the brand City. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had City in the past. I didn't find the sole, certainly for CBTs, the soles wear down too quick.
So slippy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find that.
Yeah.
Yeah, very slippy.
The uppers are fantastic. I love them.
Yeah, I do like them. And soon I might have even more gear, Rob, to tell you about.
Yes, I know. I'm very jealous. I am jealous. You've obviously been flashing your eyelids in the right places, Sophie.
So
eyelashes,
might be getting
not eyelids.
Might be getting some sponsored kind of goods if I pass the test. So.
What test?
I've been asked to do a review on the Merlin jacket.
Okay.
For I don't know if I'm meant to tell you the company, but yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't say the company. I know. Yeah, I know. Very good. So, yeah. He wants to see what you're made of, then.
Yeah. So then I might be getting sent some more things to review. I'll let you know about it if we find anything else. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Good stuff. Sophie is going to become an influencer.
It's all good fun.
YouTube influencer. Okay. What about gloves?
Gloves. Gloves. Oh, they're downstairs. I've got a pair that a friend recommended. Actually, they're really nice and warm. But yeah, the gloves are pretty easy for women. I'd say that
Have
they
you?
just do the smaller sizes.
Did you try those heated gloves?
I did. I tried the heated jacket and gloves by Gerbing. Is that the name?
And did they work?
Yep. When I finally figured out how to plug what into where, I got there in the end. Yeah, and it's so warm. It's really nice.
Did it make a big difference?
It made a huge difference. Yeah.
On the journey.
Yeah, but I've only got it working for the last 2.5 hours of the journey because it's quite complicated. But if you get them to, once you figured it out, it's great.
So Gerbing heated. Yeah.
Don't know if personally, I can be bothered with all the wiring up, but it depends how long your journey is. If it's a long journey, then it's great.
It's worth it. But not for day-to-day CBT and instructing.
It's quite a logistical effort. Yeah. Getting the wires in the right place.
Yeah. Good. Okay.
But Sylvia does. Sylvia could tell you probably. She uses her gloves all the time, and she has a little battery pack, which is the way to do it if you're going to use them
to save all the wires
a bit more often. Yeah, instead of plugging in all the time. So yeah, with gloves, women's are pretty easy, just smaller versions of the men's. Same old advice as usual, with leather being quite supple once it's been wet and moulded to your hands. You can feel more, but then not very warm. So with the textile stuff, waterproof is very important. It gets wet first quite quickly. And your boots need to be waterproof most importantly, but your gloves being waterproof is handy.
Yeah, good. Yeah, okay, well done. Thanks for that. Shall we see if anybody wants to ask any questions?
Yes, please.
Unless they've been answered all the way through. Sylvia's hot on the keyboard now. Come on, Sylvia, you got any questions for Sophie?
Or any advice that you can share, Sylvia?
Yeah, I actually wanted Sylvia to come in on the live stream, but she declined tonight.
Sylvia she went on a shopping spree at J&S.
When?
I went with her, when she did her, when she got her allowance.
Yes.
For being a DAS instructor. She got 2 jackets. What did she get? Gloves. Boots. Jeans. All sorts. So what do you think of them, Sil?
Yeah, I think the weather was very warm, and I think if I remember, she bought some ankle boots, some summer. It was summer gear. It was summer gear.
Yeah, it was summer gear.
So what I'm hoping, Sophie, because you've volunteered to come onto the live stream on 2 occasions now. So what I'm hoping is that I can encourage Sylvia and Graham to come onto the live streams. There's a good question for you just come through.
Thank you, Leanne. I've got them lined up. I didn't show you. I'll have a look. This is made by Knox.
Knox again.
Cold Killer. Can you see that? So it's got fur. It's kind of got a furry inside, and that's a real good. It fits under everything. It's quite tight, so that's a good base layer. And then I just put those, those sports base layers. I get something more cotton than a lot of them are poly plastic, and I get the ones with the cotton or the woolen, so they're a bit more breathable. And then I'll put this on, and just lots of layers of t-shirts, and then, like I say, the waterproof layer underneath. We've got some nice t-shirts for women at Triumph. Have really nice shaped t-shirts. I'll see if I find one. This is more of a summer one, but Triumph have really nice women's clothes. Days. Motogirl has jumpers and base layers. Unmentionables, it says. I didn't know what it meant when I first got it, but it's base layer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Again, I've put fleece on underneath as well in the past. Got that from Alton Park. Fleece.
Kawasaki.
Yeah, nice Kawasaki one.
Kawasaki.
I haven't got any Triumph t-shirts to show you, but they have got some really nice shapes.
I can remember with Knox Cold Killers was a brand that when I first started the bike school, I'd just come out of 22 years in the fashion industry. So when I first came out of that and had a bit of time off and came into bike instructing, I actually had a little shop, only a little one, and we stocked Knox Cold Killers. We sold them, and even to this day, and if I tell you that was 2004, 2005, I've still got Knox Cold Killer leggings, which I still wear from that time. And yeah, so they've been washed over the years so many times. The quality of them is absolutely fantastic. Again, it's premium price, so they're not cheap, but they are very good.
Yep, and you can get them secondhand quite easily.
Yeah, good.
So what's everyone saying? Armoured jeans. I fancy some Revit ones. I want to try them because I know their shapes are good, but I haven't got any yet. So armoured jeans. Motogirl do jeggings, and then Knox have got some nice jeans. I'll show you them. They're pretty good. They've got easy insert knee pads. Got a zip on the outside to put your knee pads in.
Yeah.
I don't even know what make this is. I think Biker Gear Australia. So I think someone might have got them on.
There's it's Dragon is an Australian brand, isn't it? They're well known.
Yeah, they're really nice shape actually. They're
flared. Yeah.
Oh, here's the one. Dragon jeans.
There you go.
Yeah, that's these. Yeah. They're really nice and flared.
So,
yeah.
Sophie, Dragon jeans have been around again. I mean, I can remember those 20 years ago, and they're a premium brand. Very, very good.
Well, to be honest, I bought those for about 20 quid off Facebook.
Yeah. Well, years ago, when the denim motorbike jeans first sort of started coming in, Dragons was probably one of the only brands you could get. And everybody sort of jumps onto making them, but they're really good.
Yeah.
Well,
they're my favourite shape.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Very good. Red Root Combats. Yeah, Red Root is made by J&S. That's a brand of J&S along with Frank Thomas. So,
there you go. I think you've explored my whole wardrobe now.
Is that your whole wardrobe? Bleeding hell. I'll tell you what, you've got more than what You've got more than what J&S have got.
I think I have actually.
You've got more than J&S. You've got more clothes in there than what J&S ladies department has got.
More selection, I think. Yeah. So, I mean, J&S is great, but you probably have to shop around a little bit more for some unusual things.
So what's the message with that then? If you've got a lot of bike gear, is it that you can never have too much?
Well, for me, I only got this much stuff since I got rid of my car. So now that I'm biking only, that's all I can wear. Whatever I've got as bike gear is all I can wear. So if I'm going to a restaurant, I need to wear something nice, or that's why I treated myself. I thought, what I made on the car, I'll spend on the bike gear.
So you need something for all weather conditions,
yeah.
all time of the year, don't you? Yeah, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Well done, Sophie. So Sylvia's then coming in. Can't wait to help you choose your clothes.
Yes.
So
we do our shopping together.
March time.
Yep.
So
That's
come on, you've got to get that sorted, Sophie, haven't you?
Yep. Better get a bigger rail.
I think you need to get a bigger house.
A bigger house, yeah. I was trying to downsize.
You need to upsize. Okay, so that's been a very interesting evening, Sophie.
I hope that helped everyone.
I'm sure that, well, the beauty with it is that it can be played back at all times, so it's there to be looked at other times. But you've covered an awful lot of gear there, so thank you very much for that. And thanks to those that have contributed to the chat rooms. Quite a lot in there.
Thank you for joining. Yep.
Yeah, there's quite a lot in there, so well done. And let's, how long's that been? That has been 1 hour and 30 minutes.
Wow.
Better go and have some tea. We'll have some tea.
Yes, get the kettle on, Rob. My tea's gone cold.
Get the kettle on. Get the kettle on. So, yeah. Okay, so I think Dave Smith's just joined in. He's been watching in the background, you see.
Hi, Dave.
Hope you found that useful, Dave.
Oh, good, Leanne.
And yeah, it's go and treat your wife, Dave, or your girlfriend. You know what you need to be looking for now, don't
Christmas.
you? Christmas, yeah.
Christmas is coming.
It's we're in December the 13th. 12 days is going to be Christmas. So when are you next in then, Sophie? When are you next working?
I'm Wednesday. I've got a very busy day. I've got 3 CBTs Wigan.
Have you?
3 people on the CBT in Wigan.
Very good.
Yeah.
So, what outfit are you going to be wearing out of that then?
I'll be wearing the one that I haven't shown you actually. There's more.
There's more.
I'll show you my very well worn one. Yeah, I've got my rubbish one for work. I don't want to be wearing my nice stuff, do I?
I can just picture this, Sophie, right? So you're going to work tomorrow or Wednesday on your bike. I can picture you getting all of the outfit that you're going to wear out the night before, because if you waited till the morning, you'd be half an hour choosing what to wear.
Oh no, Dave! What's Dave saying? Yeah, so I do get out. I look at the weather.
Hey, Sophie, you can't ignore this one, Sophie.
Oh, I was trying to brush past that, Rob.
It's there now on the screen. Come
on. Anyway, brushing past that. The day before, I'll look on the Met Office because that's the most accurate, and then I'll put my stuff out. Yeah. So if it's raining or something, I'll be wearing my waterproofs underneath the old stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, good. Okay, Sophie. All right then. So I think we, because we could rabbit on all night, so I think we'll wrap it up. Yeah.
Yep.
It's been a pleasure, Sophie. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank
And
you.
yeah,
Pleasure here.
let's get you on another live stream soon. And for anybody that wants to follow Sophie, she's got her own YouTube channel just starting out called Chicken Lines. So I think you made a comment earlier on, Sophie, so people can have a look at that comment and follow your channel if they so wish. Particularly you girls, because Sophie's got her adventures coming on the bike starting. It's a new channel, but she needs all the support she can get. Yeah.
Yep,
So,
thank you.
yeah, thank you very much, Sophie. Enjoy the rest of your evening, all right? And
you guys.
we will see you all soon, Soph, all right?
All right.
Take
Take
care.
care.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so there we have it. That is a wrap. That is a completion. Thank you to Sophie for her time. You know, she puts her time in, so put a couple of hours in. Hope you found it all useful. Ladies bike gear. Yeah, it's all good stuff, isn't it? So all I would say is, again, for all of you that have been watching and have enjoyed the live stream, is two things. And that is, see, I'm still playing around with my toy. Subscribe to the channel. It really, really does help. And from those of you that are a distance away, please do leave us a Google review. That is invaluable. Okay, so the next live stream is scheduled for, let's have a look. It's on here somewhere. You can set your reminder. Sure, it's going to be a good one. I'm sure it's module 2. Yeah, so the next live stream is on Wednesday, so the day after tomorrow. It's following on from the last live stream of module 1. It's going to be a module 2. So the next live stream is going to be a module 2. That's on Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Okay, so 8 o'clock. And you can schedule that on. Set your reminder. And yeah, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be, yeah, equally hour and a half. And yeah, thanks very much, Sophie, again. Dave, yeah, pin badge. Got it here, mate. Just need to get it round to the post for you. Thank you very much. I've been in Birmingham all week, last week, or latter part of last week. So yeah, that will be in. So yeah, I will see you all on Wednesday evening at 8 o'clock. We may have another guest. We'll see how we go. But until then, thanks for joining. Thanks for contributing. And have a good few days. So bye for now.